an important turning point in love, development, and representation. The 7 Little Johnstons couple announces engagement. A cherished couple from the popular TLC reality series 7 Little Johnstons announced their engagement in a touching announcement that thrilled fans worldwide. This news goes beyond simple celebrity news and instead speaks to love, resiliency, and the changing landscape of representation for people with dwarfism. The engagement of one of the adult children represents a huge personal and societal milestone, even though the show has long documented the everyday struggles, victories, and struggles of the Johnston family, parents Trent and Amber, and their 5 children, all of whom have achondroplasia. As similar events frequently happen in the digital age, the word spread naturally through social media posts full of unadulterated excitement rather than through a formal press release or a planned television special. The pair released pictures and videos that showed the unadulterated passion of the proposal, tears, laughing, and the peaceful assurance of 2 people choosing each other for life. Their relationship has developed steadily over previous seasons. Congratulations, heart emojis, and supportive remarks were instantly posted in the comments by fans, many of whom remarked on how significant it was to have 2 people with dwarfism publicly declare their love for one another. For those who haven't seen it, 7 Little Johnstons debuted in 2015 and swiftly established itself as a mainstay of TLC's reality shows. It gave viewers a close-up look at the lives of the largest family of people with dwarfism in America, who all reside in the same home in Forsyth, Georgia. 7 Little Johnstons stood out from other reality shows that rely heavily on stage drama because of its comedy, realism, and the family's steadfast dedication to maintaining normalcy in spite of the particular social and practical difficulties they face on a daily basis. The Johnstons have never hesitated to tackle both the commonplace and the significant, from modifying kitchen countertops to talking about dating worries. As the children, Anna, Emma, Jonah, Elizabeth, and Alex, have grown, the show has inevitably changed to mirror their adult changes. Because they are generally relevant, and because they draw attention to the unique challenges faced by little people in the dating world, romantic partnerships in particular have gained attention. Finding love might seem overwhelming due to societal preconceptions, accessibility issues, and the lack of compatible mates with comparable life experiences. As a result, relationships that flourish in this group carry extra significance because they reinforce that love, closeness, and partnership are as possible and legitimate for persons with dwarfism as they are for everyone else. Over several seasons, the journey of the recently engaged couple has been respectfully and carefully documented. As they met each other's families, worked through their early dating fears, and helped each other through both personal and professional obstacles, viewers observed. Their relationship developed slowly but gradually, based on a profound respect for one another's uniqueness, mutual understanding, and shared beliefs. Their slow-burning passion appeared authentic, akin to real-life dating, in contrast to some reality TV romances that seem hurried or theatrical. According to reports, the engagement itself happened on a weekend retreat that had special value for the pair, though specifics are being kept confidential at their desire. It was private, intimate, and lacked the showiness that is frequently connected to celebrity proposals. This decision reveals a great deal about their priorities. They came first, and the audience who has followed their tale came second. Their choice to keep the proposal realistic highlights their honesty, which has won them followers from the beginning, in a time when so much of life is staged for public consumption. By all accounts, the 7 Little Johnstons family's response was extraordinarily positive. Trent and Amber, who have always stressed the value of self-reliance and self-advocacy for their kids, took delight in both their child's happiness and the advancements in society. Amber has openly discussed her early concerns in interviews over the years, including the possibility that discrimination or a lack of opportunities would make it difficult for her kids to find partners or start families. For her, seeing one of them now getting ready for marriage is a profoundly emotional confirmation of a dream come true. Siblings enthusiastically supported the couple as well. The Johnston family has always been a close-knit community, and their engagement is viewed as an extension of their family circle rather than just a union of 2 individuals. Brothers and sisters sent poignant words, humorous taunting, and pledges to be involved in every stage of the wedding planning process on social media, assuming, of course, that the couple wants their input. Considering the dynamics of the family, it is reasonable to expect that they will have a wide range of ideas regarding seating arrangements and cake tastes. This interaction has cultural importance that extends beyond the individual celebration. In the unscripted, ordinary moments that reality TV records, as well as in scripted television and movies, representation is important. For many years, people with dwarfism have been portrayed in the media mostly as objects of curiosity, sidekicks, or caricatures. 7. By portraying its protagonists as fully formed human beings with goals, imperfections, careers, and romantic lives, Little Johnstons has been instrumental in changing that narrative. Another stone in the building of visibility and normalcy is this involvement. It also questions antiquated notions of desirability and infirmity. The idea that people with dwarfism are somehow less deserving of romantic attention or unable to maintain long-term relationships is subtly undermined by the couple's love tale. Their engagement is a statement that intimacy thrives in environments of mutual respect, communication, and shared experience, and that love is not confined by height. The couple's relationship serves as an example of positive dynamics that are rarely emphasized in reality TV, according to fans. There are only two people learning to live together with kindness and patience, no staged jealousy or dramatic splits for the sake of ratings. Their example strikes out as refreshingly grounded in a genre that is sometimes blamed for encouraging toxicity. Naturally, the following questions come up as the couple starts organizing their wedding. Will the ceremony be shown on the show? Will they adopt customs that represent who they are as small humans? How will they modify standard wedding components to meet their needs, such as dress, venue accessibility, or even cake height? These are chances for additional knowledge and representation, not only logistical oddities. Every decision they make could serve as an example for others in such circumstances, demonstrating that weddings and all the customs that go along with them can be both intensely private and completely inclusive. Discussions on the future are also sparked by the engagement. Are they going to have children? Given that achondroplasia is inherited, what factors might they need to take into account? The Johnstons have never shied away from these difficult subjects, and it's likely that the pair will address them with the same consideration and candor that have characterized their relationship up to this point. This milestone marks the beginning of a new chapter in the 7 Little Johnstons series. Now in its 10th season, the program keeps changing as its characters get older and have more complicated lives. Any family story naturally progresses to romantic relationships, employment, and independent living, and the Johnstons are no exception. The engagement is a moving reminder that the show is about the common human experiences of growing up, falling in love, and starting a family, not simply about dwarfism. Events such as these provide a potent counter-narrative in a society that frequently marginalizes difference. Love should be honored in all of its manifestations, not in spite of, but because of, diversity. The couple's engagement is a silent act of defiance against stigma and a lighthouse for those who might feel invisible or undeserving of love, not merely a personal triumph. Liz Johnston and Bryce Bolden are still together as of 2025, going through the thrilling and definitely difficult new phase of their life as first-time parents. Since their initial romance, engagement, and marriage, their relationship, which initially gained national exposure thanks to the reality television series 7 Little Johnstons, has undergone tremendous change. Fans may witness firsthand the pleasures and challenges of creating a life together while being in the spotlight because to the couple's remarkably transparent documentation of their journey. Their relationship, which is based on mutual support, shared values, and a strong dedication to family, seems stronger than ever now that their first child has arrived. A woman who has grown up on camera is Liz Johnston, the youngest daughter of the Johnston family, whose lives have been followed on TLC's 7 Little Johnstons since 2015. Liz, who was born with achondroplasia, a kind of dwarfism, has made use of her position to promote body acceptance, disability awareness, and genuine portrayal. In 2018, she started dating average height Bryce Bolden, who soon became the show's main focus. Their dynamic emphasized the value of emotional compatibility over physical differences and questioned conventional beliefs about relationships between persons of different statures. Bryce, a native of Georgia with a calm manner and a steady presence, has continuously proven to be a caring and helpful spouse. The couple has shown resiliency and intentionality from the beginning of their relationship, which was characterized by long-distance difficulties as Bryce pursued his job while Liz stayed in Florida, to their engagement in 2021 and wedding in 2022. They spent years establishing trust, negotiating family relationships, and coordinating their life objectives before deciding to get married. The wedding itself, which was a part of the 7 Little Johnstons multi-episode narrative, was a touching event that demonstrated their dedication to one another as well as to fostering a welcoming and affectionate family environment. Fans were ecstatic when Liz and Bryce revealed they were expecting their first child in late 2023, which gave their plot a new angle. The same openness that has characterized their relationship on the show was used to document the pregnancy. Liz talked candidly about the special factors that come with being a little person during pregnancy, such as increased medical monitoring, accessibility issues, and the emotional strain of a new situation. Although achondroplasia is a hereditary disorder, it's crucial to remember that the majority of instances develop on their own, and the chance of passing it on is determined by whether one or both parents have the condition. Given Liz's achondroplasia and Bryce's average height, their child had a 50% chance of inheriting the disorder. The couple emphasized that their love and willingness to parent would not be determined by the size of their child, and they faced this truth with dignity and candor. Early in 2024, Harper Rose Bolden, their daughter, was born. For Liz and Bryce, as much as for representation on TV, the birth marked a major turning point. Seldom have major reality TV shows depicted a child's pregnancy and delivery with such nuance and compassion. Because of the anatomical factors related to achondroplasia, Liz's delivery needed to be carefully planned, including a planned cesarean surgery. To make sure Liz was safe and Harper was healthy, the couple collaborated extensively with a specialist medical team. When the births footage was shown on the show, with due caution, it was widely praised for its emotional honesty and educational worth. Liz and Bryce have adapted to the routines of new parenthood in the months since Harper's arrival. Recent episodes of 7 Little Johnstons, which will continue to run new seasons until 2025, and social media posts depict them acclimating to diaper changes, restless nights, and the overwhelming delight of seeing their daughter develop. Another characteristic of the Johnston clan's way of living is that they have relied largely on their families for sustenance. Trent and Amber Johnston, Liz's parents, have been particularly supportive and helpful, providing both emotional support and practical assistance. As Liz navigates parenting, Amber has been a constant source of advice, having been candid about her own experiences raising children with dwarfism. For his part, Bryce has quietly devoted himself to being a father. He is frequently portrayed rocking Harper to sleep, bottle-feeding her, or walking her in a stroller. He is well known for his steady and serene demeanor. Over time, he has been more and more integrated into the Johnston family, and he has formed strong bonds with Liz's parents as well as her siblings, Jonah, Emma, Anna, and Alex. As the couple establishes their own home while staying involved with the greater Johnston support network, this familial unity has been essential. Both Liz and Bryce have prioritized their duties as parents while continuing on their respective career trajectories. Liz is still active on social media, posting tidbits about her life as a wife, mother, and activist. She also participates in a number of advocacy projects, such as partnerships with groups that advocate for inclusive design in parenting goods and assist individuals with dwarfism. Bryce has managed to balance his employment in construction with his family obligations. The pair has discussed the value of striking a balance, making sure that motherhood enhances rather than diminishes their identities. In 2025, their relationship demonstrates a mature partnership based on respect, communication, and shared ideals. The story of 7 Little Johnstons has moved toward the universal experiences of love, commitment, and starting a family, although the first few seasons concentrated on the novelty of their relationship, especially the height difference and social perceptions. Liz and Bryce no longer feel the need to defend their relationship to others. Instead, they concentrate on strengthening their relationship and giving Harper a secure, happy home. This is not to imply that they have not faced difficulties along the way. They have experienced arguments, stress, and the unavoidable adjustments that accompany significant life changes, just like any other marriage. Even the strongest relationships can be strained, especially during the transition to parenting. Complexity is increased by lack of sleep, changing responsibilities, and the pressure of public criticism. But Liz and Bryce have always shown that they are prepared to cooperate to overcome obstacles. They have stressed the value of patience, active listening, and setting aside time for one another, even if it's only a quiet moment after Harper goes to sleep, in interviews and on the program. Their story's most heartwarming element is how they have set an example of inclusivity and flexibility for their kid. They have taken a creative and proactive approach to parenting, from adapting their house to make it accessible for Liz to selecting baby equipment that fits her size. Additionally, they have made it clear that they want Harper to grow up in a setting that celebrates rather than stigmatizes differences, whether they be emotional, physical, or otherwise. Beyond their immediate family, they hope that their visibility will help dispel antiquated preconceptions and normalize a variety of family forms. The plot involving Liz and Bryce is still popular with viewers as Seven Little Johnstons moves into its 11th season in 2025. A gripping narrative arc that combines personal development with public narration is provided by their journey from dating to marriage to children. Fans have seen Liz change from a young adolescent trying to figure out who she was to a self-assured adult creating a life for herself. Once a bit of a supporting character, Bryce has grown into a loving husband and father whose calm strength balances Liz's lively enthusiasm. The pair has stated that they are open to growing their family in the future, but for now, they are concentrating on savoring Harper's early years. Additionally, they have alluded to possible new endeavors, such as a parenting podcast, lifestyle blog, or joint advocacy effort, although nothing has been verified. Their first goal is still to raise their daughter with love, purpose, and the help of their close-knit community. Liz and Bryce's ongoing engagement stands out as refreshingly authentic in a media landscape that is frequently overflowing with contrived drama and short-lived romances. Their love story is characterized by the everyday acts of compassion, compromise, and connection that are the cornerstone of any long-lasting relationship rather than by extravagant displays or viral events. They continue to demonstrate that love can flourish in the limelight and beyond when it is based on respect, communication, and a same goal as they work through the pleasures and challenges of parenthood together.